Hello, America. Today we are traveling the trail of the last day of Babyface Nelson. That story starts here on Como Lake in Wisconsin. Let's kick it. The beginning of the end for Babyface Nelson was right here on Red Chimney Road. Babyface, his wife, and an accomplice were planning on staying at an inn on the lake for the winter. Now, this cozy inn may or may not be the building that Babyface Nelson intended to stay in. It's not clear, but it's definitely the spot of land in which that building once existed. November 30th, 1934. Babyface's arrival time was unknown, so there were 3 FBI agents waiting for 3 weeks for Babyface to show up. And minutes before he did, the lowest ranking agent was sent into Lake Geneva 5 miles down the road with their only vehicle. Now, the 2 agents that are still at the home that are about to have a gunfight with Babyface were responsible for the death of John Dillinger and Pretty Boy Floyd just a month earlier. There are mixed reports of one of those 2 agents, I believe the one on the porch, being shot and killed as Babyface headed back through to Lake Geneva. This is Route 12, and this is the direction that Babyface would be headed to get back in and through Lake Geneva. And trust me, the traffic's super slow there. It's like 10 miles an hour all the way through town. But when Babyface arrived, he was spotted by the agent that was getting groceries, and there were already 3 agents there. At this point, the chase begins, and Babyface Nelson heads down Route 12 back into the crappy state of Illinois. Now, if I was Babyface Nelson, I would have stopped here at Dogs and Suds for a funnel cake and maybe a hot dog, but I don't believe he did. 45 minutes later, Babyface Nelson, John Paul Chase, and Babyface Nelson's wife, Helen Gillis, head into the city of Barrington, Illinois. At this point, Babyface noticed in oncoming traffic were FBI agents Cowell and Hollis. So Babyface did a U-turn, attempted to ambush the agents from behind while John Paul Chase shot out the window, then doing another U-turn and heading back into Barrington. At this point, the agents were on their tail. Babyface turns right down this side street and parks very near to the corner. Agents Cowley and Hollis pull straight ahead, get out of the vehicle, and engage in a gunfight, where Hollis is killed and Cowley is injured. Also, Babyface Nelson, wearing protective gear, is also hit and injured in this fight. Babyface Nelson and his gang hop into the FBI vehicle and continue down what was Route 12 and what is now Northwest Highway, Route 14. About an hour later, entering into the unincorporated area of Niles Township, Illinois, Helen Gillis dumps Babyface Nelson's body next to a cemetery. She covered him with a blanket because she said that Babyface didn't like to be cold. Babyface Nelson died December 27th, 1934. And if this photo reminds you of your uncle's trip to Alaska photo you've been staring at your whole life, it's pretty much the same thing. Except for now it's illegal to take pictures with dead bodies of criminals you caught when you're a cop. Lester Joseph Gillis, a.k.a. Babyface Nelson, a member of the John Dillinger gang and public enemy number 1. The following day, Agent Cowley died from gunshot wounds from Babyface Nelson, and today, steps away from where the gunfight broke out, you could find this memorial for the FBI agents right next to the American flag.